My brother got a trip to Italy. I got a $25 gift card and a lecture. So I packed my laptop and the income keeping their house afloat. For years, I'd been the invisible ATM in my family. My older brother Chase was the golden child. Loud, charismatic, effortlessly adored. He could fail a semester or total a car, and my parents would still call him their shining star. Me? I brought home promotions, paid off their loans, fixed their roof. They'd nod absently and ask if I could grab groceries. When I landed my first remote tech job, I thought things might change. I started earning well, enough to cover my bills and help at home. Mom would call about unexpected expenses. I'd send a few hundred. Dad would sigh about tight months. I'd cover the difference. Over time, those small favors became recurring transfers, then entire bills. I was paying their mortgage, utilities, even Chase's student loans. 40% of my income vanished into their comfort. Nobody said thank you. Chase was 28, still living at home, finding his path. His path led through half-finished side hustles and expensive vacations, while I quietly funded his dreams. Then came his birthday party last spring. Their living room looked like a travel vlog. Suitcases as props, Italian flags on the cake. They handed Chase a glossy envelope, a fully paid trip to Italy. 2 weeks, all expenses covered. Mom teared up. Dad clapped his back. "You've always made us so proud, son." I stood there half clapping, mouth dry. When they handed me my gift, I tried not to expect much, but the contrast was brutal. A $25 coffee gift card and a handwritten note. "Sometimes life isn't about the big things," Mom said, smiling. "It's about appreciating the little ones." Everyone laughed like she'd said something profound. I forced a smile. "Thanks." That night, I sat in my car outside their house, engine off, watching the porch light I'd been paying for flicker. I thought about all the nights I stayed up late working so they wouldn't worry. All the plans I postponed. I wasn't family. I was a utility. I went home and opened my laptop. Every bill, every auto payment, every utility connection, all ran through accounts I'd set up years ago to help him. The next morning, Mom texted cheerfully, "Can you help Chase set up his travel insurance? He's not great with forms." I stared at the screen. My hands trembled as I typed sure, but something inside me had gone very, very still. Over the next week, I tested something. I skipped transferring the usual utility money, wanted to see if they'd notice. 2 days later, Dad texted, "Power bill didn't go through. Mind checking? No please, no thank you, just expectation." That's when I started canceling everything. Every transfer, every auto payment, every connection to their house. Within 3 days, their power was cut. Mom called 5 times in one afternoon, voice trembling. "What is going on? Why are the bills unpaid?" "Because I stopped paying them," I said calmly. Silence. "It's not my responsibility anymore." "Of course it is," she snapped. "We rely on you." "I know," I said. "That's the problem." She hung up. Then Chase tried withdrawing $5,000 from my account without asking. Apparently, he'd saved my password months ago when he borrowed my laptop. When I called him, he laughed. "Dude, don't be dramatic. You've always helped before. I was good for it. You stole from me. Don't make it sound so serious," he said dismissively. "Mom said you've been stressed. Maybe just take a breath." That patronizing tone made something snap. "I'm done," I said flatly. "Don't ever contact me again." He laughed like I told a joke. I hung up and blocked his number. Days later, my HR department called. Someone had sent a fake resignation email from an address that looked almost identical to mine, claiming I was transferring my accounts to Chase. It could have destroyed my credibility completely. I froze my credit, changed every password. Then I moved 2 cities away without telling anyone. Mom sent a letter weeks later. "Chase talked to a lawyer. Since the house is still under your name, we might need to take action." I hired my own lawyer, started the process of removing my name from everything: mortgage, utilities, insurance, every line that tied me to that house. 6 months later, I got promoted. Overseas position, 6 figures, housing covered.